You're all right.
Paul, are you OK? I see you brought Olga with you today.
I have, yeah. I brought her in with me today, yeah.
Is she going to make a good loose woman, do you think?
Well, she's loose today, put it that way. Yeah.
She's a bit of a terrier.
She had me up at 2 o'clock in the morning, she's that loose, roaming the streets. Seriously, yeah.
OK, well, on that note, if you have a question for Paul or if you want to air your opinion on anything we're discussing today, you can email us at loose. Welcome back to Tuesday's Loose Women. Now, our guest today is known for his love of dogs, but he also has 14 sheep, 8 pigs, hundreds of chickens, ducks, 4 barn owls and 2 goats, all keeping him company at his house in the country. Here to tell us about hosting the first British Animal Honours 2013, which is a type of Oscars for animals, is not Dr. Dolittle, but Paul O'Grady.
Well, they said don't bring her out.
Did you leave her with a dog carer?
Yeah, she's in there. She's in the bar. She's OK.
Yeah.
Talking about Olga.
She's eating the basket of fruit.
It's a bit Easter out here today, isn't it? Eh? What?
Yeah. Brave today, Paul. Paul, you've got a pretty busy week, haven't you? Because on Thursday, as we've just mentioned, you're doing the Animal Honours.
Yeah.
The first ever one.
British Animal Honours.
It's not just animals, it's people as well. So it's people who do things for animals, you know, conservationists, kids.
OK.
All sorts of different people.
Are you up for an award?
I'm getting a little ray of sunshine.
Oh. Are you getting the...
No, I'm not getting an award.
You should get the Angelina Jolie Award for adopting dogs.
Oh, please. Lisa, tell me about... I'm filming at Battersea at the moment, and
Not
it's
okay.
hell. Yeah,
You got another one yet?
I'm going... It's a nice one. And they're always the ugly ones with an eye missing and covered in mange and 3 legs. Oh, look at that. Oh, yeah, come here. Oh, yeah, yeah.
As we've just mentioned, you've got so many animals, Paul. Will you ever stop? Are you just going to keep your collection growing?
Well, I say this, you know, I say I'm not getting any more because one of my goats died the other week. That's all we got. There she is.
Oh, bless
She had me up this morning at 2:30.
Yeah.
Because she's had bad guts. Look at her. You think butter wouldn't melt in her mouth?
She's beautiful,
She was sat on me chest at 2:30, staring at me. I said, Olga, put the axe down and I'll take you out.
She's got the hump now.
Oh,
Don't
she's
talk
always
about
got
her
the
like
hump.
that.
Ah, madam, you might well have the hump.
She'd be lovely just sat on here.
Well, I was going to bring... She would have. She'd have sat there good as gold. And I've never trained them. Just sort of automatically do it.
Did you say...
Has the stomach cleared up a little bit?
It's touch and go.
Is it? I'm glad you left her there.
Maybe she's sad about the goat. Did you say that your goat died?
Yeah, we got 2 weeks ago.
Oh,
My
no.
goat died, yeah. Poor old Billy. I'd had him 13 years.
Billy the goat?
Yeah.
Well, only one? You've got more than one
I've got
goat.
3
You've got
goats.
3
There's only
goats.
one left now, Olive. And she's delighted because he used to bully her. So she's in her element now. She's come into her own. Oh, yeah. It's like, yay, fabulous. I can eat in peace without being buttered up the backside. But that's what he used to do to her. And he'd do it to me and all. Oh, aye.
Yeah.
Jane, I've been mounted by a cow.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, you haven't lived. I tell you what, Carol, one morning I was filling the water trough. And next thing, I saw 2 hooves come over my shoulder. And down I went, Jane, like a ton of bricks.
I've seen weird films like
With
that.
this udder banging against me back. I thought, oh, my God. And I went in and I said to Sean, who works for me, she's just mounted me in the fields. And he said, well, you've still got it. What a cow. And Eddie, the other dog, this is awful,
This is the one you got on the last Battersea thing, isn't it, Eddie?
This is Eddie.
He's a little Jack Russell Chihuahua cross. He's gorgeous, but he's very amorous.
There he is.
Here he is.
Oh, look.
So look at the size of him. So I gave him a sooty puppet, and it's got a wand attached to it. So he takes this sooty to bed. So I'm lying in bed like this, and he's behind me with sooty, doing things to sooty.
No!
And all I get is this wand ramming me in the back. Say, hurry up and finish, will you? And this one got jabbed in the back, and he's going...
It's because he's been in doggy prison. He was in Battersea, wasn't he?
He's getting plenty in there. It comes to something when your animals are getting more than you are. I mean, really, isn't it? Not fair, Jane.
Although it's a puppet, love. It's a
So I keep saying to him, I'm glad it's not a blow-up doll. You got round the room.
Tell us about these awards that you're doing, then. Tell us a bit
They're
more
really,
about the awards.
I love them. They're really tough because, first of all, they've all been nominated by the public, so the animals and the kids. So what you're getting are working animals, like army dogs.
Oh,
Is
brilliant.
it? I don't know if this is a silly question or not, but is it only dogs?
No, it's every
So there's
animal
lots
going.
of different
There's
animals.
fish in there as well.
No.
Where do you see a fish singing "You Are My Sunshine" on roller skates? I'll tell you what, Powell will drop dead. Believe you me. Make that dog look like an amateur. He had that, won't he?
He'll definitely
so
win.
It's all sorts of animals. It's people as well. So you know, and we've got live performances like war horses coming on. You know,
Oh, I
that
love
lovely-
that with the puppet.
Did you see it?
Yes,
Yeah.
incredible.
Barbara Windsor had to pull me down because this is a puppet. I nearly stood up and said, "Will somebody get this horse out the barbed wire?" Because she forgets.
It's really
So
impressive, isn't it?
realistic,
to
yeah.
watch?
Unbelievable. I was in
So,
floods.
are they all animal-related performances?
They're all animal related. We've got dancing dogs, of course. You have to have dancing dogs.
Yeah. And are there any standout stories that you can tell us about any of the winners?
There's so many of them, you know. There's, oh God, there's just. I mean, I really admire the working dogs, you know, like the army dogs, because I presented a medal to a young soldier who'd been blown up, and his dog, you know, was there with him and went with him and all. It was just really, really sad. And the loyalty from these animals as well, because that's one thing you get with animals. Unconditional loyalty. Like this morning I woke up like the wrath of God because my flass is on the river and whoever had the boat outside was going at our face. Oh, no. So all of a sudden this quite posh block turns into South Lambeth Road and I'm going out the window. And I'm lying there thinking, where can I get a second-hand German U-boat from? So just as they're coming onto Tower Bridge going, I go, release torpedo.
Oh, I love you.
It's like when they brought back the Globe Theatre,
Yeah.
you know, like
Oh,
and all Shakespeare didn't have Agadoo to deal with.
No.
You know, in the middle of Romeo and Juliet, it's wherefore art
Ruining
thou?
the performance,
The birdie song.
Now, you also took part in ITV's brilliant new series, Perspectives,
I
didn't
did.
you?
I had a wonderful time
Yeah.
there.
We've got a clip, Paul, of you, I think, in America. Let's.
Oh, God, I'm going to hate this.
Because I lived in the dressing room with her, I learned about all her tricks, of course. The wonderful thing was this brassiere that she fashioned out of dental floss. She would take a piece of dental floss and wrap it around and then tie it on these pasties, and they would sort of pull her breasts up.
And you couldn't see the dental floss?
No, because she covered it with body paint.
You do realise now there's people making notes back in England saying, right, I know what to do. Now the boobs are sagging. Dental floss round the nipple, hoik them up.
Dental floss is the secret.
I think you've started something, Eric. I tell you, in the UK, the Gypsy Rose Lee boob lift. Field day on that show.
So this is where you go and try and find out about Gypsy Rose Lee, who was a massive inspiration on your life.
I mean, I love the musical Gypsy, and I love their autobiography, but the musical and her memoirs are 90% fiction.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it was basically dealing with child abuse. You know, you had this mad woman of a mother dragging two little children around America in a vaudeville act.
Yeah, it's inappropriate,
Yeah,
really.
putting her on with German measles and temperatures of 104 and all this, forcing her to work. And Gypsy was always treated as the ugly duckling.
Because the sister was Baby June.
That was Baby June.
Was there a real Baby June?
Yeah, but who became the actress June Havoc.
Oh, gosh.
Yeah, and she did marathon dancing when she escaped from the mother's clutches, you know. And this mother, she murdered a hotel manager, she murdered a lesbian lover. I mean, she's nothing like Madame Rose in the musical, you know. She's real, quite a tricky character to deal with. And Gypsy, she's always fascinated me because she took sort of striptease, you know, from the gutter to the London Palladium. And she wasn't just a stripper, she was a writer, she was a broadcaster, she was an actress, she was a raconteur, she was a collector of art. She fascinates me. She did everything, she had all sorts of hobbies. And we've sort of got bits in common, like, she moved to the country the same as I did. She was mad on animals. She never went anywhere without an animal, same as me. I've come in here with a lamb before now, on the lead.
I'm sure
and
you
there's been
have.
ITV execs in the canteen and they've gone... They don't know what to do. You know, they've seen me come here with two dogs and a lamb on the lead.
But did you know all this stuff about Gypsy Rose Lee?
I knew bits, but I
Yeah.
found out... And there's a very dark side to it as well, which, again, I find admirable, you know, what she did to survive. And the way she reinvented herself, and there was a lot of prejudice against her.
She made it very classy, though, stripping,
Oh,
didn't she?
completely, yeah. Well, she had the deep plum voice, and she peppered the conversation with French phrases.
Oh, did she?
Oh, yeah, she was a real character. She was
Not like Lily, then?
Oh, no, not a bit like Lily. No, none of that. Although I was forever stripping as Lily. Well, I had to do the fire eating, you see, so I had to get the gear off. So I'd strip. Not to nothing,
Oh,
you know,
there
I'd
she
have
is.
2
Well,
tassels.
look, you keep saying Lily's never coming back, but you brought her back again, didn't you, last year for Panto?
Oh, never again. That finished me with Panto.
No, but you
No,
say it.
Panel.
Look,
Come on, Paul.
Looking good, though.
Look, there she is.
Listen.
She gets younger and younger. She's having a dinner.
And I get up to the nose. But you know what? We were at the O2 and they built a pop-up theatre, which I hope never pops up again, this hellhole. And I was in a builder's hut with no water, no toilet, nowhere to sit. Freezing, -3 backstage some days.
Oh,
in a
hell.
belly dancer's costume that lit up. And I'd stand there and you get these critics, oh, we're freezing. Think, you're freezing. I've got nipples like football studs here. Thank you very much. I'm that cold.
I hope it was worth it.
It was, but you
Yeah,
know,
well-
and we had a dead fox under the stage and the stench from that. And it was just.
Do you know what? We'll leave you all thinking about that for a minute, just while we go to a break. But I am pleased to say I think that Paul is going to be sticking around with us, which is fantastic news.
Oh, I hate to do it.
But first, it's competition time again. Do you fancy driving off into the sun?